Hey, everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin Off.
And I'm Ryan Trickey.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I'm joined by Ryan Trickey. You can follow Ryan. Ryan's social media is linked in the description of wherever you're listening to this podcast, which we appreciate you listening to. Of course, you know that we put out a new episode of this podcast every Thursday. So why wouldn't you subscribe to it wherever you're listening to this at, or if you're watching on YouTube, you would subscribe to the channel because it would only make sense because you love funny podcast content every Thursday. And so it would only make sense for you to subscribe and to like and to do all that stuff. My name is Jake Redpath. I'm your host. I'm joined, as always, by producer Brett. You can follow him on Instagram at henchmanstudios.co. You can also check out his website, henchmanstudios.co. Can you believe it? They match up, his Instagram and his website. We had a good episode today. You joined us for the first time in a long time. We're glad to have you back, aren't we?
It was a great episode, Jake. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. We talked about Jaxson.
We talked about Jaxson
Dart.
Sweet Jaxson.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Michael
Something
Jackson.
bad's going to happen to both. I think that Jackson's going to go the way of Jaxson, if you ask me. I think they're going to meet similar ends, unfortunately.
We talked about several different Jacksons today.
Yeah,
we talked about Michael Jackson. We talked about Jaxson Dart. Mm-hmm. We talked about Jackson Price, who is a white supremacist. We talked about a lot of different Jacksons. We really ran the gambit. It was a poo-poo platter.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah. We did. Mm-hmm. We did a lot of jokes, a lot of riffs, a lot of funny stuff, a lot of good insights too. We just really
a lot of serious topics, but lighthearted conversation. Yeah.
And we made some good points. We made some funny jokes. And I mean, what more could you want?
If you're still listening and you haven't skipped past this portion of the show, then I just want to say that this was, of all the times I've done this podcast, this is easily the best time. And thank you for listening.
Yeah. So without further ado, thanks so much for tuning into the episode and have a good listen to the episode.
Yeah.
Just Harvey Weinstein like asking for a pitcher of milk. Yikes, dude. And dude, you know what? That's kind of relevant with this whole Michael Jackson film that came out recently.
So did he do all that stuff or not? Because I feel like it was conventional wisdom that he, had kids do like a pyramid in his bedroom or whatever. But now it feels like everyone's saying, hey, that's not actually what happened.
I think if all he did was have kids do a pyramid in his
bedroom,
it wouldn't be that big of a problem.
It was conventional wisdom that he had kids
they cut the kids doing the pyramid in his bedroom out of the movie.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be.
He had some
kids be up in arms as much about it.
He had some kids doing a human centipede type thing. In his, near his roller coaster or whatever. Did you ever hear do you remember the Cat Williams bit about Michael Jackson? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
He talks about, he's like, I like bitches. So I have stuff at my house that bitches like. What did Michael Jackson have? A popcorn maker and a Ferris wheel, zebras.
That's a good point.
He's probably one of the best comedians,
dude.
Cat
Williams
probably one of the best actual comedians.
Yeah,
who's better than
really
him?
Funny.
I don't know.
He's really funny, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to Cat Williams.
Shout out
Cat Williams. He's Jakin Off approved.
This next one's for you.
We'd have Cat Williams on Jakin Off. Dude, Cat Williams, if you want to come on Jakin Off, feel free. Have your people reach out to
Brett.
Reach out to Brett. Reach out to Brett.
But I thought that Michael Jackson, it was pretty understood that he just did all that. But now it seems like people are mad at the Netflix documentary because it's like, why are they making him seem like he's a pedophile or whatever? Like, it's one-sided or something.
I think
Which is
that people, there's always, no matter what, going to be people that are in denial about shit like that. No matter what celebrity it is. Like, dude, that was P. Diddy. Like, remember when P. Diddy got acquitted of like some of his charges? There were like people outside the courtroom like pouring baby oil all over each other and stuff. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
but I love the idea of whenever a guy
like,
gets acquitted of something, his supporters are outside the courthouse doing whatever the thing he was accused of doing.
They were outside pouring baby oil all over each other.
That's cool.
And celebrating. And it's, of course, you know, I think that P. Diddy is allegedly a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think that he's a bad guy. And I think that, you know, those people are just really misguided and probably have a lot of trauma of their own that they... you know, have not addressed.
They're in denial about a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when OJ got acquitted, and everyone outside of the courthouse were like stabbing their girlfriends in support of him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I think the OJ thing is a little bit different too, in the fact that like that got like blown up so huge. I mean, the P. Diddy thing was huge too, but like the OJ thing was so
it's like a
long
cultural moment.
Yeah.
It was like a. Did you ever watch the documentary?
Yeah.
The ESPN one?
Yep.
Like the 7-parters?
Yep,
really
yep.
great. Yeah. It goes into like all that stuff. I thought it was really good.
And it was like so long, and it was also at a time where it was kind of one of those things that helped establish the news, like the 24-hour news cycle almost, or like the idea of like news existing the way that we like know
it might have been
today.
the first car chase ever on the news.
Yeah.
I don't know. And now the Bills have a new stadium, and they're wondering whether or not to put OJ in their Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
They're like, well, on the one hand,
the answer is for sure no. I mean, you shouldn't do that. It's like football, him being good at football is not more important than him stabbing two people. Like,
yeah, but he was found not guilty of stabbing two people, so maybe they could just say, hey, we're separating the sport from the sportsman, and, you know, after all, he
and
was
I feel
found
the same.
not guilty.
I kind of feel the same way about Michael Jackson, where it's like, I get it, like, and I accept the fact, like I said, there's always going to be people that defend Michael Jackson. I'm always going to hear his song at Target. You know what I mean? I'm never not going to go to Target and hear a Michael Jackson song.
Oh, they're always going to play
like,
Thriller around Halloween
I'm never
time?
not going to. I'm never not going to hear a Michael Jackson song. I'm never not going to see an O.J. Simpson highlight. I'm never not going to. I've accepted that. Like society hates. They hate women and they love pedophiles. That's
what
like
am I
one
gonna,
of the. That's a universal truth.
What am I going
like
to fast forward through the part of Space Jam where they play "I Believe I Can Fly"?
Yeah.
Of course not.
That's not.
Sorry. Bugs Bunny gets brought in as like a witness for the trial. He's like, "Look,
Are you doing a character that's a guy that confuses Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan? Or are you doing a guy
well, no, the "I Believe I Can
confuses-
Fly" was the R. Kelly song, right?
Oh,
I'm just talking about all
I
those
understand
guys.
now. Yeah, sorry.
Michael
For some reason, I
Jackson
was
and Michael
thinking-
Jordan. Yeah.
I was forgetting that R. Kelly sings "I Believe I Can Fly."
Yeah, that Michael Jackson Last Dance documentary.
Yeah, dude,
yeah, that was pretty good.
I wrote a parody of the remix to Ignition at one point that was like about how much I like R. Kelly's remix to Ignition, but it's like
it is pretty good
because it's like, you know, it's the remix to Ignition.
Hot and fresh out the kitchen.
Cause I know he's a bad guy, but he's so musically gifted.
That's pretty
good. Man, I know what he's done, but I'm like, so what? I'm drunk.
That's pretty good.
You barely have to change anything.
That one's on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Bud.
Hey, guys.
Get on that Patreon.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where, like, I accept the fact that, like, because of how sort of ubiquitous and popular Michael Jackson or O.J. Simpson or R. Kelly are, you can't escape them. They're always going to be around, and it's like, I think they're bad. I'm never going to like turn on a Michael Jackson song. I just like don't have, I didn't grow up in the 80s or whatever, so I don't have that connection to Michael Jackson.
No, I don't either.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever hear the Alien Ant Farm cover of Smooth Criminal?
Yeah, I did.
It's like the best song ever. What if we just get Alien Ant Farm to re-record all of Michael Jackson's music?
There you go, maybe.
And then we can enjoy.
See, that's what I'm saying. There are other people don't want to take the time to like find solutions to like these kinds of things where they're like, so instead of acknowledging like that they need to, they just are like, no, they're lying for money.
It's
or
easier
whatever.
to rationalize
Yeah.
whatever you already want to do anyways. Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Yeah, and I mean we all do it to like
Part
a
of
certain
growing
extent.
up.
We're actually going to probably talk about this. It's honestly, I love when this happens because this is going to come back into play later.
Okay.
We're going to diverge from this, but go ahead and say what you're going to say. We'll get back into this later.
I guess like in the same ballpark of like learning that there's no Santa Claus, you learn that like these people that you love for what they produce are also deeply flawed and at times bad. And it's kind of like a never meet your heroes thing because they might rape you. Yeah. That one, we'll have to bleep that one. That one's bad for the algorithm.
Yeah.
These are the 7 words you can't say on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my George Carlin, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm George Carlin. It's not a very...
Human centipede. Rape. Still one of them. Human centipede. Child human centipede.
We just use the word assault for everything now.
Unalive.
Yeah. 7 words you can't say on the algorithm. That's pretty good. That's a good bit. Unalive is definitely...
Unalive.
I feel like I hear like modern Seinfeld is a thing. Like that's a Twitter account, and that's like people will be like, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, what about like modern Carlin? He would just complain about stuff you can't say on there.
Mogging.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's mogging these days.
I don't want to be mogged. I don't know. I can't do a good impression of Seinfeld or Carlin.
I think Seinfeld is just like, ah!
All right, dude. So I don't want to. We can't show what you're wearing on your feet, and it's going to become apparent why. We have to transition really quick.
That's fine.
But we're going to describe. You're wearing a classic Ryan Trickey footwear, which is single-toed sandals. Sandals that they're like.
They're flip-flops, but they have a toe guard. So my main big toe and then probably my second toe are covered by the toe guard. My other 3 are out.
Yeah.
And they're black.
It's a very toe. It's an interesting toe situation that you got going on. And I've been diving into some of the analytics on this channel, specifically on YouTube. Something that I came across recently is I was looking in, how do people find our channel? And what I found is that this channel is linked a handful of times. I can't even find the episodes because this playlist has 2,146 videos. Holy
cow.
And that's
a lot of views.
This is a playlist that is called Male Socks / Feet in Podcasts. And it's made by a page called Jacob Klein.
And then it's got a white foot emoji and a black foot emoji. Just
no discrimination.
To let you know,
yeah.
That whites only feet playlist was kind of a weird for the foot fetishist / racist.
Dude,
they see a black foot, it's like them seeing gay porn. They're like, ugh, gross.
2,146 videos, 1,169,413 views.
That sounds like a lot of views.
That's a lot of views.
Per video. That's pretty good.
1 million views. 672 views in the 3 years that this channel has existed. 600 views of my podcast have come from this playlist, which it's like, who knows how many episodes. I mean, like, when you break it down, in the last like 90 days, only 1 or 2 views have come from this playlist. Because we haven't been showing feed as much on here for a long time now. But at some point in time, dude, I was trying to scroll through to find where it was,
feet were.
but it was so it was like I don't know.
I bet I had my feet. Oh, I think I was there in the winter time last time I was here, so I would have been wearing shoes.
Yeah,
probably.
dude.
Maybe socks. I bet I had socks.
We were at a different.
I bet I crossed
we were at
my
a different
feet
location.
On the, yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. Don't put your feet up like that again.
Oh yeah, we'll edit that part out.
Be so careful, dude. Yeah, I'll have to blur.
Yeah. That'll definitely get demonetized. You're gonna get flagged for that.
It might be the thing most likely to get us monetized, dude. Look at this guy's fucking views, bro.
The description of it says appreciating lovely bros, socks, and feet in podcasts respectfully. Prayer hands,
up,
blue heart for cops. Officer Klein, who put this together. Yeah. Respectfully, so it's like, so it's appreciating respectfully, so it's like, what does that mean? The fact that it's not sexual makes it feel more perverted to me.
Oh, I think that this is 100% sexual. I feel like there's no doubt in my mind that this is not sexual.
Maybe it's all about the tone of the comments, like people are being nice. Interesting.
I mean, we're not getting any comments. We're not getting any comments about our feet in any of our videos. The people who are viewing this for this purpose are by all counts silent. You know what? Hey, open invitation. If you're fucking one of these people if you somehow have made your way to this video from the male socks and feet, which I can't imagine you would because we're not showing feet right now.
What do you think a male sock feet appreciator would think of my flip-flops? Do you think they'd think of like I'm a tease, kind of? Like I'm covered up that big toe?
Maybe
like,
we should. Maybe this should be the last time we do show feet.
Leave a little something to the imagination.
Would you be open to showing your feet a little bit on this podcast?
Yeah, sure.
You would be open to it?
I think I trimmed my toenails pretty recently. I think my feet are looking okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're cool with it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll work up to it. We got to make them wait for it.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah.
If they follow me on Instagram, I'll send them a DM.
Now they're definitely going to think you're a tease, dude.
Ooh.
For sure they are.
Yeah.
You're making them wait for it. You literally just said you're making them wait for it, but they might like that. The male socks and feet,
respectfully.
Dude, the last video that was posted on this playlist was like an Israeli podcast. It was like an Israeli Friends podcast or something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Does this Jacob guy just like go around looking at every podcast and like keep an eye out for feet?
It's got to be a computerized.
He wrote a program where it's scanning like
images of feet.
Yeah.
He uploaded the black foot emoji and the white foot emoji. And then was like, that's where he started, and then he like slowly amassed images and like taught it.
I guess it's
machine learning.
If that's what AI is being used for, I guess that's okay.
Yeah,
it's not really hurting anybody.
If you can train it to recognize faces, why can't you train it to recognize feet, dude?
That's how I unlock my phone. I step on it.
Yeah. Toe print scanner, dude. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe that I had never seen that, but that's why you got to look at your analytics if you're.
I love that. So 600 some odd views. Is that? Do you know off
about
the top
3.5 years? Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head, like if there were a percentage of how many views that is for how many views you've gotten, like what that could be? Are we talking like 5%, 10%?
I think that it's said. I don't think that like over the lifetime of my channel, it's not that huge of a percentage because. I mean, I've been posting an episode a week for like 3.5 years. So it's like just over time, I've amassed enough views that it's like there's like some episodes
awesome
that have
to know
like,
which episodes it was.
I think that what it's got to be is like there's like a couple of episodes that just have like a significant amount of views, and maybe like one of those is an episode that just had mass feet, dude. Like just hella feet in it.
Well, it must have been you or the guest, right? Because if it were just that you showed a video that featured feet, like, they wouldn't necessarily, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Lovely Bros.
Like Lovely Bros, socks and feet. Like
I consider us Lovely Bros.
Yeah, I think so too. But dude, you scroll through it and like I was just like looking at some of the other videos and some of the other podcasts. I'm like, this almost seems like feet bait. Like it almost seems like some of these podcasts are feet baiting.
Bait.
Like they're like baiting. Like it'll literally be like a dude like with his camera and he's like got like his feet like propped up and like the camera is positioned like right at the where his foot is. Like it looks like his foot is like sticking in front of the camera.
Right. I got on Twitch recently to see what was going on there, and it's exactly what you're describing.
You saw some foot bait?
A lot of foot bait on Twitch. People with I almost just did it. People with their feet in the like they're playing video games.
You got to make them wait.
I saw one where a guy, it was either I can't remember if it was a guy or a girl, but she used the palms of her feet as like a green screen to like play a game on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like that was the backdrop.
Yeah.
Wow. Feet bait. It's, I guess, dude, you know what? It's one of those things where people make jokes about it and it almost makes it seem like, oh, it's like overstated. But then you're like, oh, maybe all those people making jokes about it love feet. And it's like, yeah, that's probably what it is.
I bet they're probably pretty secure about it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Like
to them, they're like, I like a fucking big old pair of juicy feet. I heard he got toe implants. I don't care. All natural, enhanced, whatever.
I'm trying to think of like, what would be the equivalent of a BBL for toes?
Just your
a Tasmanian toe lift.
You just have a your ankles are just really bulgy. Like, oh yeah.
Nice, dude. Well, no more feet. Hey, you feet guys, scram. Hey, no more appreciating Lovely Bros socks and feet.
Respectfully.
Hey, respectfully scram. Get the hell out of here.
Hey,
except for this one last episode. Stick around till the end, and you'll get to see Ryan's little piggies.
So I'm here representing the Feet Bros. And basically, there's two ways this can go down. Either we can be respectful and appreciative, or we can do this another way. Harassed by the feet
dude,
guys.
Isn't that so fucking crazy?
Toxic feet bros would be, that's trouble.
Painful, right?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
They're chasing you down the street. take off your shoes and socks and tickle your feet.
Give me his socks. I want his fucking socks.
Stop.
Ugh.
And then you try to report it, and everyone's like, "Get out of here, dude." I bet it's an underreported problem.
I never thought my podcast would be objectified for feet. But
Well,
it's kind of crazy. It kind of feels like I've made it in a way, you know? Crazy. I wonder if I'm on WikiFeet. I should have checked. I'll have to look that up. Maybe we'll look that up after the pod. Anyways, that's it. That's the feet portion. So
that's not the whole thing.
No.
I thought we were gonna do an expose on
that's the feet part.
Feet culture or something.
Nah, we got some other dorks we got to look at. This we're gonna kind of work our way into some real piles of shit.
Okay.
This next thing is just a pastor giving a sermon that came across my desk, and he says something that really makes me laugh.
Okay.
The idea of it, I think, is just really funny. So yeah, go ahead, Brett.
But if a man is sexually attracted to a man, there's something wrong with that man. Homosexuality was a mental health disorder. When I was born in the DSM, which is the Bible of mental health disorders, homosexuality.
Pause it.
The Bible of mental health
DSM
disorders.
is being the Bible of mental health disorders. It's like such a funny way of describing that.
Yeah.
Like imagine imagine if the DSM was like, he's like thinks it's like was written a really long time ago. And handed down like.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I mean like Plato, and then of course there's the book of Matthew in the DSM where he describes
I think
women being upset.
Freud talked to a burning bush and chiseled the first edition of the DSM onto tablets. And it said, if you want to fuck your mom, that's totally understandable. And also being gay is weird. Among other things. That's awesome. That's such a funny, like, it was written thousands of years ago.
It's the Bible.
Yeah.
It's like, what does he think the Bible is? You
Like
know what I mean?
Therapists have been like, have you been reading your DSM?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Parts of it are highlighted.
Yeah, they go like therapists every like once a week. They go and there's a therapist that gives them a lecture on a part of the DSM that's like he's interpreting it.
Yeah. He reads like just really thick diagnostic criteria, and then he closes it and he's like, I used to know. So like he just gives a sermon about dissociative identity disorder or whatever. The idea of the DSM is that it's the reason there's multiple editions is because it's informed by research. So if something used to be in a previous edition and it isn't anymore, it just means that we now know that whatever used to be in there isn't true. Yeah. So he's basically just, I remember when we used to use leeches. Whatever happened to leeches? He's got a leech on his neck. What's used to be able to burn women you didn't like. Now you can't even burn a woman.
Whatever happened to witch hunts?
Yeah. That was the Bible of everything's the Bible of something.
No, I know exactly. It's like he doesn't conceive of like the idea of books existing in different contexts either. It's just sort of funny to me.
Have you ever read have you ever read Lord of the Rings? It's like the Bible of little people.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever read Game of Thrones? It's like the Bible of dragons.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the user manual of my vacuum?
Yeah.
It's like the Bible of appliances.
It's like my hungry caterpillar.
It's like the Bible of bugs that can't get enough to eat.
That's like Clifford the Big Red Dog for Mexicans.
It's like the Bible for Mexicans.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter, It could be everything's meaningless.
Yeah.
The Bible, the DSM, everything's the Bible or the DSM if they're all the same.
He's trying to tell people who he assumes they don't know what the DSM is, which could be accurate.
Yeah, they probably don't.
And then he's like, how do I convey what it is? It's the Bible.
Yeah, if you were a doctor, you would still need a Bible. Yeah. But you wouldn't use the actual Bible, of course, because you would be some sort of indoctrinated leftist because you're a doctor. You're a doctor for people's minds.
That's cool.
Pull it back, Brett. Let's get that one more time. I just love that. I just love that idea that he expressed.
Yeah.
The DSM is the Bible.
But if a man is sexually attracted to a man, there's something wrong with that man. Homosexuality was a mental health disorder. When I was born in the DSM, which is the Bible of mental health disorders, homosexuality was a mental health disorder. In 1973, they said it no longer is. And I would say it surely is. It is a mental health disorder. And if you struggle with that, God bless you. God can change you. You need to practice self-control. But if a man is sexually attracted to a man, there's something wrong with that man.
1973. That's pretty recent.
Yeah.
But it's also I don't know if that was longer ago than I thought it'd be or more recent than I thought it'd be.
I feel like I'm not surprised at all that it's 1973 sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know. I also think that it's sort of strange that he is that he's being like he's referencing the DSM. He's like using the DSM as this sort of benchmark, and then he's being like, well, look, like it's a mental disorder, and I'm deferring to the DSM about that. Because it used to say that, but if you have it, you should look to the Bible to like prescribe the cure for it.
Well, he's using the DSM as a source for his argument, but he's also acknowledging that the DSM doesn't say that anymore.
Yeah. It's so funny.
And that it's been 50-something years since they decided we were probably a bit wrong on that one.
It's just crazy to see somebody be so stupid in 30 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
It really is just so impressive.
One of the things in the DSM is this idea that like what makes something a disorder, like it has to fit these different categories, and one of the categories that it has to be dysfunctional. So in other words, like whatever the thing is, it has to like get in the way of your daily living activities.
Right.
So like the idea of homosexuality is like, I can't even fucking, I can't even pay my electric bill. I'm so busy being gay. I have no time to go to the grocery store. I leave my house to go to the grocery store, and I just end up fucking a guy. It's a mental disorder. And then in 1973, psychologists were like, I think people can be gay and pay their water bill. Because psychology in 1973 was still mostly bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing to me that at least by that, like if you would have told me that it was like it took till like 1999, I wouldn't have been totally surprised by that.
Really?
Either. Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't even until like the 90s that they would like.
They didn't use the scientific method at all.
Yeah, even for pharmaceutical experiments on women, like pharmaceutical trials didn't even use women until the 1990s because they were like, well, we don't want their periods to get in the way of anything. It's like like doesn't make any sense.
They gave the experimental medication to one guy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, it'll probably react that way with everybody. There was no ethics. They didn't invent ethics until like 2006. And it was like you could just lie to participants. Yeah. You'd be like, take this. And then it just does nothing or it does the wrong thing or whatever. So, yeah, it's crazy that as recent as 1973 or whatever he said, you're just like, yeah, we still don't really know anything, but we're good. Gay people are okay. But to him, he's like, it's the Bible.
Yeah, it was right after we quit. We stopped riding dinosaurs around.
The Bible has editions too, right? The Bible has like editions.
Oh
like
yeah, well, dude,
tons of them, aren't there?
You know, they started changing it or like taking stuff out. I mean, the Bible was heavily edited by the Roman Empire at a
certainly
certain point.
Back in the day, but like there hasn't been a new edition of the Bible in some time. Probably they should probably do that.
I feel like they're printing new editions of the Bible all the time for like kids and
but
like creationists and stuff. And
I had a Bible graphic novel.
Joseph Smith,
like cool.
like the Mormon Bible.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That wasn't that long ago. That was just like that's an American thing.
Yeah, I had a comic book
USA,
Bible,
baby.
and it was like an Avengers Endgame Bible.
Yeah,
where it
dude,
had all
dope.
Joseph Smith was in there.
No shit, really.
L. Ron Hubbard was the bad guy. Jesus was Captain America.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh,
but
dude,
that would be
would've been
pretty
sick
sweet.
as hell.
Yeah.
You should write that.
Who are the other religious guys? Buddha.
I'll actually
the Hulk.
cut this out. I'll actually cut this out because you don't want people to hear this.
I don't want people to take
You're gonna
want
to make this actually. Yeah, you're gonna want to make this idea. Buddha's the Hulk.
Well,
that's actually like a really common like in Chinese like literature. Buddha will fuck shit up, dude.
Buddha's always presented as like a happy pacifist, but you're saying he could really turn it on.
Oh, dude,
if he
there's
had
like
to?
fighting Buddhas.
You wouldn't like him
like,
when he's angry?
Yeah, dude, there's like fighting Buddhas. You know, Goku is like based off of like a character, Sun Wukong, who's like the Monkey King. He's like the legendary fighting Buddha is like one of his sort of like
that's cool
legendary names, and he's like a fucking pow major fighting guy.
Wow,
he's like a mythical character.
That sounds
like
pretty good.
Chinese,
I think I've seen pictures of him before.
Yeah,
he looks cool.
And Buddha fights.
Dragon Ball Z is so good. If I ever get divorced and like I lose my kid and stuff, I'll probably just rewatch Dragon Ball Z. That'd be up there. I have a lot of shows that I'm waiting for, like both my legs to be broken, or for me to lose my family, and I'll just be like, you know what? Time to rewatch Breaking Bad. Time to get into Dragon Ball hard.
Why do you have to wait?
Yeah, time to do the Namek saga because I'm real busy. Because I have stuff going on, but if I lose all my stuff, then I'll just I'll have time to get into Yu Yu Hakusho or whatever.
Yeah, nice, dude. Silver lining.
Mm-hmm. I don't want those things to happen, but if you ever see me really getting into One Piece, you know that's things are on the rocks, bud.
Ryan's been Naruto running all over the place.
He's been Naruto running away from his problems, and it's starting to Yu Yu Hakusho. Let's see, what else?
Dude, that's awesome. Okay, Brett. Let's go ahead and Was
there more to that guy?
No, that's it, dude. It's
just
the DSM thing.
Yeah, the Bible.
But dude, I'm really happy that you were able to make it this week because you're like one of my ball knowers, dude. Like sometimes you're one of the only people I have around that really knows ball, dude. And I mean, it's the off season right now, and sometimes I can have Dustin on here, but he doesn't really know ball that well.
He tries
Dustin knows
to
a little
act like
bit
he
of ball,
does,
but he's not really like very sports knowledgeable.
He projects that he knows a lot.
He predicted the score to the Super Bowl that one time.
Just the one
time.
I've never seen him do it other than that.
Yeah, and I've only seen him do it the one time.
Yeah, that's not even that
good. And that'll pop up right here.
That was probably just luck, too.
But it was just luck.
Yeah.
But he's not really he doesn't really know ball like you do, is like how I would describe it. And
for sure.
So it's just, I'm kind of happy to have you here though, because there's actually been some crazy goings-ons right now. And we don't really talk about sports that much, but sometimes it does cross over into shit that we're interested in. And that has happened this week because Jaxson Dart.
I know. I've always said that all sports are political.
Jaxson Dart has been catching a lot of heat.
So I haven't actually watched it. I just heard about it, of course.
He introduced Donald Trump at a rally in New Jersey.
So this is a Trump rally.
This is a Donald Trump rally.
He does rallies while he's the president?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or like speeches or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
did any other guy ever do that, or is that
I think this is relatively like normal. I think the president giving a speech at a place is relatively like normal. I think that doing it while you're like the most corrupt president in history is what is off-putting about.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe why people feel the type of way about it. You know what I mean? And why people like are noticing like how fucking fucked up this is. We're doing like an illegal war. And I mean, I'm not saying that
it just feels like he does all these fucking side quests as president.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of shit just gets and we have been talking about this a lot recently, and again, it's hard not to because a lot of shit just gets swept up in everything this guy does. Like it's hard to like not have everything be connected to like all this shit going on, and I feel like it's kind of intentional. Like he's like a vacuum, or like it's just like everything is like caught in the orbit of like this movement kind of. And, including the quarterback for the New York Giants now, too, and like football and stuff.
Right.
Which it always kind of is and has been is my feeling, really. But, yeah, dude, he introduced him. And this is the extent of like the clip, right? Like, this is it.
Okay.
It's not very long. You can go ahead and play it, Brett.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Look, Big Blue Nation, it's a pleasure to be here. I gotta start this off with a Go Big Blue. I'd love it if y'all would follow with me. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. What an honor, what a privilege it is to be here. And without further ado, I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th
Yeah, you can
and
tell he didn't
47th
write any of this down.
President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't
It's the only song he hasn't gotten hit with an NDA for yet,
yeah,
or a cease and desist or whatever.
Lee Greenwood would let him use it, dude. Yeah, he's allowed
The
to.
Lee Greenwood estate.
He says something. Trump says thank you to
Okay.
Jackson or something like that. That's it though.
Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. No, I mean, it's why? What I don't understand is why, dude? If you're the quarterback for the New York Giants, why?
I think that he's a 21, 22-year-old
Right.
kid who's the quarterback for a New York team, and they asked him, "Do you want to meet the president?" Which is
Yeah.
he probably a young rich white guy. That's like asking a toddler if they want to meet a dog. Yeah. It is my honor and privilege. Gentle. Yeah, I mean, he's, and people will make jokes about how it's probably the CTE that they both
Dude,
have.
oh my God, bro. Yeah, for sure.
But
Go Big Blue.
Go Big
Go
Blue.
Big Blue.
so this must be in New York.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is I don't know. I'm not offended by this. What do you think he thought, probably? I feel like NFL players, 95% of them are probably conservatives.
No, 100%. That's kind of it's one of those moments where I'm not surprised, but also not I'm just dude, what did you think was gonna happen? Of course everybody's gonna be pissed off. You play for a team in New York, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the one media capital. What I'm thinking about right now is I think that
It's
whenever
total backlash.
I think whenever a player endorses Trump openly, or when Trump endorses a player, it's a bad luck. I think.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'm trying to think about
dude.
who's the guy on the 49ers. Who am I trying to think of right now?
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa
Dude,
wore the
yes.
49ers were playing in a
Yes.
primetime game and they won, and afterwards they're interviewing the quarterback, Brock Purdy, and Nick Bosa crashes the interview with a Make America Great hat on, and then is and then runs off.
Yeah.
And then that season I think they missed the playoffs, and I think Nick Bosa
Yeah.
got hurt.
Yeah.
Donald Trump gave an interview where he was like, Patrick Mahomes, great guy, beautiful family. And then the Chiefs get blown out in the Super Bowl that year. And now, what ill fortune is going to befall young Dart here? I shudder to think about it because the Giants are already not great.
Yeah,
so
they're already not great. They have
Yeah,
They have a field that's notorious for
MetLife's
injuring-
field. It's an artificial
injuring
grass.
players, yeah.
People blow
it's
up their
a really bad
ligaments.
field that is notorious for injuring players and specifically skill position players. I feel like.
Yeah.
And dude, so the other part of what's been going on though is that his own teammates have
That's right.
this guy on his team, Abdul Carter, tweeted out a tweet and was like, I thought this was AI. He was like, what are we doing, man? He literally tweeted out and was like, bro, what the hell? And then shortly after he tweeted, me and JD6 are good. We spoke about this as men. Y'all can keep y'all narratives.
Somebody on the internet, I forget who I saw this from, but they said, how funny is it that it's JD6, it's almost like January 6th. And then I saw photoshops of his jersey, but instead of Dart, it said January and shit. That's pretty good.
Dude, but obviously it's, again, one of those things where it's you guys are on a football team that's in New York. And so it's where all the media is.
I think the Jets should come out and be like, who's the is it Geno Smith is the Jets quarterback now? He should be like, hey, fuck Trump, by the way. Trump's a bitch. And then it's like this cool New York rivalry. You know?
Yeah, dude. They're
Yeah.
It's a good PR.
And then Trump would be forced to then be like, the Jets are trash. And then, New Jersey's a
dude,
smelly town.
that's kind of the thing too, is that I think that like a lot of like New Yorker, like a lot of like New York doesn't like Trump. Because that's like where he's from, and he kind of is like a big scammer and like asshole. I think a lot of the elites love Trump, but I think a lot of like, and maybe like certain like pockets of it. But I think that a lot of like,
well, he can't run a charity there anymore.
yeah,
for totally chill
he
reasons.
like bankrupted a bunch of casinos,
bankrupted a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's definitely like contractors and construction workers that lost their houses because he didn't pay them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely people who don't like him there. And I feel like if you're Trump, I feel like I bet his life is like pretty bad, because I bet being president is really hard. And I think and I think in his head, he would love nothing more than to just be like a New York, like socialite.
Yeah.
Like, did you see when he had the new mayor of New York in his office, and he
Von
kind of like
Connie,
he kind of seemed smitten by him?
Yes.
I think
he got
the reason
totally charmed.
I think the reason he got charmed is because he's just like, man, I wish I were still young and in New York and like everybody
Yes.
loved me and
Oh
shit.
my
Like, I think
God,
that he
right,
just
dude.
so I think the idea that
Yeah.
New York not loving him probably hurts him a lot.
Yes.
I think.
No,
yeah.
he has such an ego about it. Like, and I think that he would trade a lot of what he has. I think he would trade a lot of what he has now for like.
Yeah. If you told him that bombing a country would lead to New York liking him, he wouldn't even ask what the country was. He'd just do it. Yeah. If you threw a dart at a map, and it's like, you can be in Home Alone 3. All right. You get to be invited to the Met Gala. Yeah.
They've been blowing up Abdul Carter and Jaxson Dart at like these press conferences.
I was gonna say I know that there have been follow-up questions, but I don't know. Okay, I haven't seen anything else.
So this is Abdul Carter at the press at a press conference like this week,
because all the teams are doing stuff right now, so they're
it's like
already
OTAs.
gathered anyway.
So the other thing that is why this is the worst possible time for everybody is like there's nothing going on. It's the off season, so nobody has anything to talk about except for the fact that the quarterback like introduced Donald Trump at this rally.
Yeah.
And that the other captain of the opposite side of the ball like really doesn't like that he did that, clearly. And so it's like one of these things where, and I will say, I think this guy is like really articulate about it. I don't know. It's interesting. Go ahead.
If he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world. So first off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jaxson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us. And that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world. And that doesn't mean that we have to spread hate. It doesn't mean that me and Jaxson hate each other or we have beef. I sit next to Jaxson every day, every team meeting, we close, we talk. And as long as we make sure we got the same goal as a team and our goals align, which they do.
They did a brief hug op. They did a brief hug photo op at the bottom.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yep. They said, okay, you guys walk by each other and briefly hug in front of the cameras.
Well, and Abdul Carter really did most of the work in that hug, as far as I could tell. Like, Jaxson has stuff in his hands. He couldn't really wrap around him. Jaxson Dart might literally not understand why people are mad at him. Like, what, everybody was chanting Big Blue, and I got to...
He's like,
I got to meet the Celebrity Apprentice guy, and I got... Why is everybody... I just want to throw the football.
We were in the same fraternity.
We were in the same... Yeah.
And then Jaxson...
He's been on Epstein Island. I was there when I was younger. That's where I learned how to be.
Yeah, I went on the same submarine. As Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. I sat on his lap. He didn't really feel it. Because of the...
This is...
whatever.
I think that this clip of Jaxson Dart giving a statement is going to prove exactly what you're saying to be.
I don't know if I've
completely
ever
correct.
heard Jaxson Dart's voice before. I'm sure I have.
You heard him
but okay.
introduce Donald Trump.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I just did, didn't I? Boy.
Here you go.
It's like the Bible of being a dipshit.
Obviously, this was a unique opportunity. Being asked and given the opportunity to introduce the President of the United States. My thinking was pretty simple.
No shit.
In the fact of
that's you on all thinking. You could say that about anything he does. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever thought anything complex in his life.
President
Not the
United
face of a complex thinker, dude.
States. My thinking was pretty simple. In the fact of I've always loved this country. I have extended family members who have fought in wars. I have 2 uncles who have retired from the Air Force Academy and served themselves. And I even have a great-grandfather who served as Secretary of Treasury at some point. So the president position has always been a position that I've well respected, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of political party. And my intentions were just that. And most importantly, I can honestly say that I love every single one of my brothers, my teammates on this team, regardless of politics, regardless of religious beliefs, regardless of anything that may be different between us. Like, I love them. And they know exactly what kind of person that I am who comes into the facility.
He's like, but not if they're gay or something.
Yeah.
He's like,
We do have some gay guys in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do that or not. 40% of the team is gay. I'd say, which is fine.
Yeah.
Dude,
he just is like, I don't know.
I've
man.
heard. Is the clip almost over? Is it over?
We got a little
okay.
bit more. Yeah.
Regardless of anything that may be different between us, like, I love them, and they know exactly what kind of person that I am, who comes into the facility every day, and who lays, I lay my body on the line for my guys each and every week, and it's from the connections that we build, the love that we have for each other. I've been somebody who's always respected, the different perspectives that people may have, the backgrounds that they come from. I understand that, we have such a cool opportunity as people, to be in a locker room where it's a melting pot of people from everywhere, and we get to be together.
It reminds me of when, like, a Miss Universe contestant is asked about what they're going to do about, Yemen or whatever.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are the Miss Universes of boys, I think. I think that's probably... They should have a quarterback pageant where they're asked questions. They have to... Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny you say that, because the last clip is because another player on the New York Giants, you're familiar with him, is Jameis Winston.
I love Jameis Winston.
So
yeah, of course.
Jameis Winston was then asked about.
I can't wait to hear this.
Dude, and yeah, so this is Jameis Winston responding to the a question about the Jaxson Dart Abdul Carter.
If you remind me
situation.
later, I want to show you a Jameis Winston video that I have saved on my phone.
Okay.
I'm about to show you how you turn uncomfortable into a growing moment. I'm from a city, Birmingham, Alabama, where they blew up a church with 4 little girls, and their parents and family had to go around picking up their limbs.
And for the record, I'm sorry, Brett. For the record, this is the backup quarterback for the Giants. So Jaxson Dart is the starting quarterback, and then right beneath him is QB2, who is this guy.
Yeah.
So we just heard what Jaxson Dart had to say about like, it's all about perspectives. And I think that's what's great about being a person is like listening. And then Jameis Winston comes in hot.
Yeah.
Their parents and family had to go around picking up their limbs in the Deep South. Picking up their limbs. 4 little girls. I'm from a city where a little 9-year-old girl who decided to march
and by the way,
got put in.
This is the start of him defending Jaxson Dart.
I was gonna say no.
Jackson's off camera like.
Normally,
I don't think
I do love Jameis Winston. This is one of the times where
I do not want Jameis Winston defending me if I make a faux pas.
He does. He is missing the mark a little bit with this one, but it is so funny, dude. He's like going so hard. He really starts off strong, dude.
Yeah.
Invoking Birmingham, Alabama. Go ahead, Brett.
Jail for volunteering her right of free speech, for standing on what she believes in. That's history. And I believe history repeats itself. But I also believe in respecting authority, respecting treating a man and a woman as I would like to be treated. That is how uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable times help unify people, because you know them, you realize from them, and you grow from them. Right now, I haven't been a part of any openly traumatizing things like that happen. Not 250 years ago when this
Can you
country
pause it
came into
again?
existence.
At one point, he's like, what was the question? He doesn't remember why he doesn't even know about the, wait, he did what? He doesn't even know why. Sometimes they just put a microphone in Jameis Winston's face and this is just something that happens.
You gotta pull it back a little bit, yeah.
Sorry.
No. I love pausing it, dude. That's what this whole thing is about. We always pause. We also have to do it sometimes, anyways, because we'll get copyright claimed if we play something
if it's
for too long.
then yeah.
So it's completely necessary, yeah. But we have to pull it back anyways because I just get lost in what he's saying.
It's a little hard to follow.
Yeah.
It's 1 3-minute run-on sentence.
Yeah. Go ahead.
People, because you know them, you realize from them, and you grow from them. Right now, I haven't been a part of any openly traumatizing things like that happen. Not 250 years ago when this country came into existence, but try about 80 years ago. We got people that still live during that time. Those little girls will still be living right now. That 9-year-old girl that got sprayed with hoses and you put dogs on her and put her in jail, she's still living right now. It's a little children's book. I read this book about this 9-year-old marcher to my kids. That's why educating our youth and informing them of our history is so important. A lot of people try to push it past. You're like, oh my gosh, like that's behind us. No, guys, we living in it right now. We got a blonde hair, blue eyed white kid and a black Muslim religion black kid who are coming together and showing the world that we can come together. We can happen. We don't have to see everything. Everything doesn't have to be viewed in this perfect little snow globe, and everything doesn't have to be perfect.
Abdul Carter is a Muslim. Everyone knows it.
Totally Muslim. He's super Muslim. He's so Muslim, actually.
He actually, when he plays defense, he goes out there with the Quran. He hits the other players with it. I don't know how it's legal.
Dude.
The Quran is like the Bible of terrorists.
Yeah.
That was a Trump impression I was just doing right now, by the way. I didn't actually say that.
Muslim.
Jameis Winston is, he's incredible.
We should say that everybody everybody that spoke in a clip that we played also has like some sort of allegation or like
What did
I think that all of them have been maybe like, I think Jameis Winston, and again, I'll fact check myself about this and edit it out if it's not true. I'm pretty sure he groped an Uber driver.
This allegedly spot is brought to you by Twisted Iced Tea. Or whatever. Yeah.
I believe he groped a female Uber driver.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
And then Abdul Carter, I believe, was arrested, which still doesn't make what Jaxson Dart did okay, or make the things that they said any less valid.
Does Jaxson Dart have any allegations?
I'm sure that some will come out eventually. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You don't go to a Trump rally and not
have allegations? Yeah. That's probably actually true.
Brett is Googling Jaxson Dart allegations right now, I'm sure. But I bet that all that will come up right now is about Donald Trump rally stuff. So no allegations. He's squeaky clean, dude. That's probably because he can afford a lawyer.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's probably because he could afford a lawyer as a
white
teen.
privilege.
Yeah.
He had a nanny in a headlock at some point. I know it. Okay.
But all this to say, and the reason why I think that it's this is all connected is because I ended up coming across some real Nazis, I say real Nazis because I don't think that Jaxson Dart is a Nazi. I think that he's what you're saying, a quarterback. Which is
I think he's a golden retriever. Who I think that he's like what you're saying is he is the Miss Universe of boys, or the Miss USA of boys. Yeah. That's what quarterbacks are. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a really accurate description, and I think that that's what he is. But I think that those people get used. I think that he was used in a certain way. Yeah, I think.
And I
so.
think that I think that it's one of those things where it is kind of his fault. I don't think that he's completely blameless. You know what I mean? But I also don't think that I don't think that it's one of those things where it's he can't learn from it and be yeah, you know what? No more speaking at presidential rallies. Well, and maybe I just keep my nose out of this stuff. And maybe, hey, maybe he learns oh, Donald Trump actually does do fucked up shit. Maybe somebody is hey, man, here's why this sucks.
In his response, one of the things he said, he was I love this country, and I hold the position in such high regard, and these are my family members who served in the military. And I've heard that from other people who have been asked to comment on platforming Trump or J.D. Vance or whoever. Comedian podcasters have done it, and it's just I just feel like you're kind of having your cake and eating it too a little bit, because to not acknowledge how divisive Trump is for so many reasons, I feel is you're kind of lying a little bit. Just be what? I love my country. What's the problem? I think you're I think that's disingenuous.
I tend to think that's true. I because of his age, I'm this is a 20-year-old kid. I'm it could be ignorance. Just pure.
How did this happen? Did they
ignorance.
reach out to the Giants? No, of course not. They would have reached out to Jaxson Dart.
Not. If they would have reached out to the Giants would have been no way, dude, don't do that.
They would have been yeah. So that means they reached out to Jaxson Dart directly.
Yes.
Because it's unlikely. I doubt Jaxson Dart would have reached out to them.
No.
So does that mean they've reached out to other quarterbacks
he did say
too,
that
and they
was
finally
asked as well? And it's also one of those things where I don't know. I'm not trying to defend this guy super hard. All I'm trying to say is that I don't think he's an actual Nazi.
No, probably not.
I think that he's a moron.
Yeah.
And I think that he's I think that he's feet bait, if you will. I'd
like to see his
much
feet.
like I've been feet bait on the Male Socks and Feet podcast content playlist.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that what it leads to, dude, is kind of what we're gonna look at next, which this guy is the first person that I want to introduce you to, which is a guy named James Fishback, who's running for governor in Florida.
Make Florida more affordable, stop data centers, and protect our rights. That all sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So that all does sound pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. James Fishback.
Election day is August 18th. Text join to 850-940-4575. Don't text that number. And you're going to find out why pretty quick. Brett, go ahead and start getting the other video ready. So you identified pretty quickly, like, hey, that is all sounds like pretty awesome, right?
For sure.
I will show you the video that first introduced me to this guy. So this is just and we'll kind of describe this. It's like a setting where we're in like a living room of, you know, maybe like an apartment or a small house or something. There's like people standing around, and it's going to pan around, and you're going to see a...
This looks familiar to me. Was this on the internet for a while?
This is from this
What a
year.
fucking old man question, by the way. Was this on the internet
This
for
is
a
from
while?
this year. But
Okay.
go ahead and play it.
All
This
right,
is
let's
you're
do
going to
it.
see James Fishback, the guy whose profile we just showed.
Okay.
And he's going to be asked a question by a child.
To ask if you could help our schools get the goy slop out of our schools and help us get
Wait, what did she say?
So we'll play it back one more time. You can turn it up, Brett.
I have
she
not seen this.
asks if he can help get the goy slop out of our schools. Go ahead and lean back if you wouldn't mind, Ryan. Sorry, I know it's kind of tough to see, but we'll turn it up and you can hear it. She asked him to help get the
I couldn't
goy
hear
slop.
it, so I leaned forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask if you could help our schools get the goy slop out of our schools and help us get
All right.
It's a good question, and I'm a public school kid from kindergarten to graduation. I'm the proud brother of a public school teacher, and I'll tell you, what they're feeding our kids in the cafeteria, it is disgusting. But if you're feeding kids Pop-Tarts and Mexican pizza and Jamaican beef patty, disgusting.
Mexican pizza, Jamaican beef patty, goy slop. There's a child that young asking about...
That's a child actor.
That's like a
that's
kid
an
who was put up to it.
That's an actual crisis actor.
And this guy who's standing next to him is his name is Sean Logano.
Yeah, old
and
skinny jeans.
He's a Nazi. And so is this guy on the left who's running for governor.
His examples did quickly become ethnic, didn't they?
Mexican
Pop-Tarts.
pizza's not Mexican.
Mexican pizzas.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like,
is that like what Taco Bell has?
Yeah,
And
I
they
think
have-
I know what he's
sounds
saying,
pretty good.
but it's like, dude, like, what?
And then Jamaican cream pies or whatever. They're giving our kids all the, you know.
Yeah, dude, no, it's becomes very racialized very quickly. But go ahead, keep playing this.
Pizza and Jamaican beef patty, disgusting nonsense. Guess what? That doesn't exactly fuel them or inspire them to be the best version of themselves.
And one thing that's concerning to me, and it isn't just my kids, it's a lot of other kids, they dread going to school. It's just not a pleasant environment. They're under low lighting. They're eating slop for lunch. I think the whole school system needs to be changed and challenged to begin with. I mean, kids should be excited to go to school. They're just simply not.
And so my plan is really simple. It's called working with the private sector. It's called the power of capitalism. We're going to kick out the Aramarks of the world, the government contractors out of our public school cafeterias. We are going to invite great local small business restaurants to staff our cafeterias.
So yeah, dude.
I love how his whole thing is like, my kids don't even like going to school.
Yeah.
It must be because white nationalism isn't a good enough thing. Like,
dude,
it's like kids just don't like going to school.
You're gonna like what you're gonna identify, and go back to that other video really quick. It's okay. This what he's describing is, you know, this is like sort of what right-wing populism is a little bit, and like how it works. And this is why it works so well specifically with like racism and like ethno-nationalism, things like that is, you know, he talks on one hand about like, we need to get these big corporations like out of our schools and which is really appealing to a lot of people. Like
we're gonna give these contracts to small businesses.
We're
gonna give our kids
stuff
better
like that,
food
right?
that'll help them.
But like, every step of the way, like when they're saying things like our kids or things like our small businesses and stuff like that, they mean white.
They're drawing
people.
a line there.
They mean white children. They mean they are implicitly excluding people who are not fitting into the category of white and this idea of American. And they do a really good job of like obfuscating that at this sort of like crossroads where, you know, this guy is running for governor. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to like dog whistle to people in a way that is like palatable enough that they can be like, oh, like they could show somebody, like they could tell their friend, hey, look at this guy. Like he wants to do all that stuff you like, or that you're like always complaining about.
Yeah. Is goy? I've never heard the term that girl used before. Is that like a common term or something?
Yeah, that's like the term goy.
Yeah,
is like a dog. That's like a Yiddish or like a Hebrew term for like Gentile or like it's like used by people to be anti-Semitic, like to refer to Gentiles as goy. Because that's like the idea is like the Jewish people control everything and they're feeding you goy slop to like keep you like, you know, in line and stuff like that. And like, you know, Netflix is goy slop, like all this stuff. They're feeding you food that's goy slop. What I think that this child literally probably meant is like the stuff that they're teaching kids in schools. And this guy like made it about food, kind of.
Right.
Perhaps even is like a chance that could have been what was going on. And so this guy who's with him right now, like I like am not completely clear on like what exactly their relationship is, like between each other. This guy on the left is the dude who's running for governor. This guy on the right is just like a Nazi.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into his friends a little bit because this next clip is Fishback, James Fishback, who is here in the middle. James Fishfuck is being interviewed by two other Nazis who are friends with that other guy.
Okay.
So this is him being interviewed, and you're going to hear, this is also like, I think kind of like interesting.
If you could get rid of all the black people or all of the illegals, which would you do?
Why do we have to keep choosing one over the other? It's all a problem.
I mean,
all of it is a problem.
So what is the solution then?
Total remigration.
Of whom?
Everybody.
Who's not white?
Yes.
And how would you accomplish that?
Going to take time.
Well, it's quite literally unconstitutional.
Do we really have a constitution at this point, though? I mean, let's be honest.
I don't
if our country was honestly in a principled manner, abiding by the principles of the Constitution that were endowed by our forefathers, could we have possibly ended up at this point?
No.
Well, there you have it.
You know, politically, I probably shouldn't even be talking to you guys. I'm being completely honest.
Why?
Well, I think you know why.
Isn't that weird? It's kind of crazy.
So he's like, is he like debating these guys or like?
Not really.
He's just kind of having a conversation with them.
Yeah, he's just like kind of having a conversation with them on social media.
And and like therefore endorsing them by platforming them.
Yeah, he's like kind of courting their audience a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's running for governor of Florida.
He's trying to like have his cake and eat it too with like courting
being
their
like,
audience.
I probably shouldn't
even
be talking
like,
to you guys.
You know, I don't know. Like, how can you say?
He's like
he didn't say that was wrong, by the way, getting rid of all non-whites. He's like, well, how would you even do that?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even condemn that as being fucking crazy and then leave the room.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I probably shouldn't. Shouldn't
even be talking to you. Yeah.
But here I am. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting how I found myself here.
Yeah.
Even though I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Be talking to you.
I'm trying to think of what that show must be called. In Between Two Nazis, probably.
So I actually have pulled these guys' social media, their social medias, and their names are this one guy's name is Jackson Price. They're together. They're called Frojax on Instagram. He has 85,000 followers, which is kind of crazy.
Dude, this has been a bad time for Jacksons.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those two Jacksons, you're like, damn, dude.
Jacksons with X's.
With X's in their names,
specifically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the other guy's name is Herding Murphy. Music, comedy, and politics at half of Frojax.
Okay.
And support the mission. And then it's got a link to deportthejews.com. And this is just on Instagram, just to be clear. It's not like I went to like, I didn't have to go to like Stormfront or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like going to like a KKK website or something. This is just
this is on Meta
stuff that I found on Instagram.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so we're gonna play just a couple of these guys' clips here coming up. They're pretty racist, if you can believe it. These guys are pretty racist. This is them talking with that guy Sean Logano, who was the Nazi in the first video with James Fishback.
Okay.
And this is them just sort of like having like a round table discussion, I guess. They like must have like rented out like a hotel meeting space and just got together to like discuss some horrific shit.
Dude, that last guy, his profile said comedy.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
Oh.
Is his stand-up on there at all?
I don't think that he does like stand-up.
Sketches?
It's
Maybe this is
like
all
stuff
one
like
crazy character.
Yeah,
you know?
I wish.
Yeah.
I think the biggest variable that is indicative of white people having a deeper capacity for compassion is the fact that in the midst of our identity being deconstructed, in the midst of this great replacement, in the midst of all these things going on, we're still willing to talk about it. Mm-hmm. Compare that to any other group. If you're in a position where you're just constantly on the defense, do you think most people are still going to be willing to come to the table in good faith and have civil discourse? That is a quality that is very unique to white European people. And we're not trying to be dismissive towards the Native American thing. I think the essence of what you're trying to ask is, all things considered, this sort of peripheral group over here, how can we be fair to them? But my honest answer to that is that I don't think white people are obligated to be fair anymore. I think
this is so crazy. He literally is saying he's being like the one thing that makes white people unique is that we're willing to come to the table and
be compassionate
and be so
and
compassionate.
Here's why we shouldn't have to be compassionate.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, he's like, we have a capacity to talk about all this racism that we feel. Doesn't that make us compassionate? We're
it's
so
wild.
willing to talk about all this stuff.
It's so wild, dude.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and that's why I like talking about this kind of stuff on this podcast and why I think it's important. And I get it. It's called Jakin Off. I shouldn't have to be the one to talk about it, but it's just inherently like, and what I find. What I think is humorous about people like this is that they don't see like how illogical and like dumb the way that they think about the world is. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And when they go online and they record a video of themselves saying it out loud, it just sounds so stupid. Like,
it sounds incredibly stupid. He spoke for a minute and contradicted himself 5 times.
And just like the contradictions are so like glaringly obvious that it makes it clear that this guy is not ever listening to himself speak. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all rhetoric. Like, it's all, it doesn't,
He's never ran it back. He's never done sort of like editing or anything like that.
That's the thing about white supremacists is they don't believe in second drafts. I'm perfect. This is perfect. I don't need to change anything. Yeah, there's not a lot of editing with the master race, I've learned. Yeah, we're compassionate, and here's why we hate everyone. Yeah, it's really great.
Go ahead.
Circumstances that we find ourselves in, which are very unfair towards us, I think the time has come for us to reciprocate that sentiment. That's my honest answer to that.
I agree. I believe the fairness in who we are, cultural wise, is why it has been taken advantage of to the point. Again, we're the only ones to ever abolish slavery, period.
Yes.
But yet we're held accountable for all of it.
We was kings. is what the shirt says.
Does that?
And then it's a guy standing at a grave that says white guilt.
That's awesome.
Yeah, clearly AI.
That's so funny. God,
yeah, dude. It's we got a couple more of these, and you're gonna notice that guy's wife is sitting next to him.
Yeah,
the
I
whole
saw
time.
the lady. Yeah.
Never says a single word.
No.
But I mean, this is them talking about slavery. I'm pretty sure that's what this clip is.
Okay.
If you can believe it, they thought it was awesome.
I love the idea of like that white people deserve credit for stopping slavery.
Yeah, they abolished it. They also were the ones doing it too.
Right. Like as if first of all, the white people just were like, you know what? We've decided no more slavery. You remember that period of American history where it was a very bloodless conversation?
Yeah.
It wasn't the most Americans dying ever. It was just
the
like,
very civil not war.
That's why they called it the Civil War, because there was so much compassion.
Yeah, it was super civil.
Yeah, for sure.
Super duper civil. Yeah, brothers helping brothers, not brothers killing brothers.
Yeah, there wasn't a 4-year temper tantrum where, you know.
Go ahead, dude.
The Native American stuff, or the lie about the transatlantic slave trade, which, by the way, is completely overblown. There was like 12 million slaves traded in the transatlantic slave trade. 3% of those people came to America. It was like 400,000 people.
Yeah.
And those slaves were treated better than every fucking
And
where
that's
else.
a fact. That is a
Cuba
fact.
and Brazil and Jamaica is way worse to be a slave.
So, here's the thing.
This is an incredibly common talking point amongst these guys, by the way, which is that the slaves had it so well.
Yes.
Like they were treated so well. You can't even believe how they were our buddies and stuff.
Listeners of this podcast don't necessarily need to be told this, but maybe you just clicked on this and you don't know. Slaves in America were treated like slaves, which is bad. Owning people is bad. There's no good way to go about it, but they weren't treated well, like by any standards.
They weren't treated as human beings.
Yeah.
So even if their minds, they're like, well, like they were treated well as property.
Yeah.
Like, is that what they're trying to say?
It doesn't. It also, like, even if you want to do like a comparison to other places where slavery existed, like, you can get into it and you can go look for the anecdotal evidence, which is like what these guys are referring to, and you can find examples of like brutality that like measures up to brutality that is equal or worse than all of the places that he is describing. There was not this idea of slavery in America is like this kind of like, noble, like, institution that was separate from all these other places, is a myth that was created by white supremacists after slavery ended to like maintain white supremacy, like beyond the end of slavery and like into the like modern era.
And these guys, like, they open by saying how what makes them different is they have this capacity for compassion.
Right.
And meanwhile, if you have so little empathy, at a certain point, you're just stupid. Like, that's like they're like talking about how not that bad the slaves had it and how hard they as modern white guys have it.
Yeah.
Like, they're the real one. They're going through it.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Like, I just wish, like, I think it'd be cool if you had, like, a superpower where you could, like, travel through time with someone. Like, if I just grabbed you and I took you, and then I take you to somewhere and I leave you there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to leave you here for a week and we'll see. But then I never come back for you.
Dude, oh my God, just take these guys, leave them.
And then also I have a superpower where I turn them black.
Dude, I was going to say, yeah.
You'd have to do that.
Yeah.
If you took them back as white guys, they'd be like, this is sick, by the way. This is everything we want.
You'd give them everything that
that's
ever
an
want.
important part of it,
Yeah,
too.
being able to time
You'd have to
travel
make
and
them
also
slaves.
turn them into black guys.
You just have to make them slaves somehow.
And then,
Yeah. But, just so that they can, you have to beat empathy into people sometimes, I think. And it's just like, because they're just dumb.
God. Yeah, it is really upsetting. Keep playing it.
You were a slave at that time.
She's just sitting there like,
I know. I can't believe this lady is trapped in this room with these people.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine
I know.
what she's fucking done?
I'm sure that someday when she finally has the courage to talk about how her husband hits her, all of the supporters will be super cool about it too.
Yeah.
Until then, I hope she's doing okay.
Yeah.
I know that she's not, but I hope she gets through this.
And you could see internationally the way that
There's
different types of
100%
black people were being
chance.
treated by Arabs, by Europeans.
Oh,
by
they were
South
being
Americans.
Please take me to Louisiana. Let me live on a plantation.
You would get on your knees and say, "White man, please take me as your slave." Seriously,
Yeah.
And then especially compared to the way that black people treated their own people. In
Wouldn't they just
Sub-Saharan
not want to be
Africa.
slaves?
Right.
Wouldn't they
yeah.
also just say, "Hey, could I actually just not be a
Could
slave?
you just
Wouldn't
not
that be
enslave
cool?"
me and own me as property? I
Yeah,
think would be
yeah.
the more likely thing that they would be begging you to do. Yeah, we don't have to, honestly, we don't have to play the end of this. It's just more of that. I think there's one more video of these guys, 2 more. Play the last one. Just play the last one. Because the last one is a rap song that they made. If you can believe it, these guys rap.
I do remember seeing music on one of their profiles.
Which was a rap song that they made.
Okay.
And this has got, like, the beginning is them doing, like, a man on the street thing, and they're asking people if white people should ever say the N-word.
Is it okay to say the N-word if you're not black?
Absolutely not.
No, it is never okay.
Absolutely not.
No, fuck no!
White ass niggas going.
Oh my god. No. He's drinking milk in the driver's seat too. What in the hell, dude? Oh my god.
White ass niggas going hard as fuck. Load it up, then we bout to paint the town. Push a little more, then we gon' start it up. Bring 'em on, bring 'em on, bring 'em on down. White ass niggas going hard as fuck. Load it up, then we bout to paint the town. Push a little more, then we gon' start it up. Bring 'em on, bring 'em on, bring 'em on down. Oh God.
It doesn't rhyme.
Doesn't rhyme.
I know that's
It's
not
good.
the biggest problem, but
yeah.
It's
pretty bad.
Yeah. Not only is it racist, but it's lazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Of course they're dorks.
Yeah.
Of course they're fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Of course they're losers. Of course. Yeah. None of these guys are cool.
No.
None of these guys are like, they have this idea in their head that they're like, I'm like a Greek statue, basically. But they're all just losers and weirdos. They're all weirdos. That's the best way to put it. They're all
there's
weirdos.
a really common thing that happens with people like this, where they will join like groups, especially people who get indoctrinated and join like skinhead, like not specifically skinhead, but like Nazi skinhead gangs. Because not all skinheads are Nazis. Like Nazi skinhead gangs and stuff, or like white nationalist groups. They'll join and then they'll like quickly realize, because they're all men, like they'll quickly realize like, oh man, like there's only like 3 chicks that will sleep with any of the guys here, and they only like they already have boyfriends in the movement. And so like then like all these guys will like just be like, I don't want to be a Nazi. It's like I can't get laid. And so they'll just stop because they're like, I can't get laid, and nobody wants to have sex.
And then they
with me.
blame women for what.
A lot of them will just like leave. They'll just like leave they'll stop being Nazis so that they can get laid. It's like the number one way to like de-radicalize people from right-wing like ideologies, or really any like radical ideologies, like if they get a girlfriend. And that's not me saying that's not me saying that women should be going out and dating these men at all. In fact, I think you should avoid them at all costs, because they're very scary and dangerous. But it is one of those things where it's like hilarious. Like if you
no, you're 100% right though. Like
they get de-radicalized
they get in a healthy relationship, then they're like, oh, I think that was all some psycho bullshit I was doing. Yeah,
they're like, oh, it turns out that it's like chill to watch Disney movies with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And like Frozen's good.
Oh, yeah. You watch Moana, eat popcorn, and
Yeah.
snuggle. That's a lot better than white supremacy, actually.
Yeah.
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 That's usually how it works.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to give money to a Nazi newspaper or something.
I guess it doesn't apply to the three guys that do have girlfriends in the Nazi or wives in the Nazi group.
Right.
And they don't allow the women to drive cars or have driver's licenses or
Yeah.
whatever. But
yeah. So that one guy that was in the video with the girlfriend, he'll never leave.
no, he's got to. Yeah. I just
never
hope that
leave.
she leaves.
Yeah.
It'll be in the middle of the night probably when it happens.
Probably will. Or on like a day where he's
Be-
gone
at some kind of convention. That's
yeah.
why she's there.
Yeah, so she
That's
can't
why
leave.
she's at the table. It's not so that she can talk because they're not letting her. It's because if he turns his back for 5 seconds, she's gonna sprint to the exit.
She's like, you look down, they're actually like chained together.
Yeah. That's why he's saying that slaves are okay because he has a slave. He's like, white people were slaves too, right, babe? That's why. I'm not trying to minimize either, by the way, like women who are in these fucking horrible, like, abusive
course,
marriages.
yeah.
I'm trying to just make the point that guys like that are always abusers.
Yes.
100% of the time.
100%,
Abusers.
yeah.
So I'm not trying to minimize
There's
what
no
she's
way that
definitely dealing with.
Of course.
I'm just trying to say that those guys are always...
He's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. The same kind of guys that can do all these backflips in their heads to say all this shit
Can do
are
backflips
also
in
the
their
same
heads
kind of guys. Yeah,
to
yeah.
rationalize abusing their partners.
There's no racist who's also not a misogynist.
Yeah. It's
I
kind
don't
of
think there's a
it's
lot of
kind
white
a
supremacist feminists. out
squares,
there.
rectangles type situation. Yeah. Right? But they're all squares.
They're all
Everything's squares.
Yeah, they're all square.
Yeah, it's kind of a squares situation. Everybody's squares. We got one more video to play. This is just the bread to our little boop sandwich. This is a lady explaining why capitalism is an evil, despite all the evidence that we've seen this
just
episode.
throughout history.
Yeah.
Or throughout all of our lives.
Even just in the last hour. It's just showing us why it is. Go ahead, Brett.
My rant is that capitalism is the greatest evil in the world. But like the people that are like,
capitalism is hands down the best economic system humans have ever created. The alternatives are catastrophic failures, and living in America under it makes you one of the luckiest humans to ever have walked the face of the earth. Capitalism is voluntary trade. You create something that people are willing to pay for, like a phone, a coffee, or life-saving medication. There's no central planner deciding who's allowed to create what and what companies are allowed to get ahead, and that's awesome. Capitalism is the only system that does this. It's also moral. It's about finding ways to serve other people. I'm going to use my talents and God-given gifts to create something that other people want. Then I will buy from others what I'm not good at creating on my own. Socialism says the opposite. It says your time and your output belong to the society or the collective or the government. And that's not fairness. That's greed and theft. Capitalism rocks because hundreds of millions of people were lifted out of poverty in our generation alone because of it. And America, capitalism has allowed her to be generous. We give the most. Americans donate $590 billion to charity every year. Your $5 oat milk matcha, your antibiotics, your Uber, cheap flights, the iPhone in which you hear people complaining about late-stage capitalism from that has better technology than NASA used to land on the moon. That's all capitalism. And the alternatives suck. Socialism ruined Venezuela.
The iPhone is such a funny example for her to invoke because they literally don't make them in America. And very famously, they have to have nets around the factories that the workers are forced to live inside of. And the nets are so that when here's the question. How many voluntary workers of the Apple Corporation had to throw themselves out of their windows of the rooms they share with 15 other guys before the nets came up? Because it wasn't one. Because if it's just one, you're thinking, well, that was just a bad apple.
It's not worth the whole net.
He probably had some other stuff going on. And then
bad apple.
You got to figure around 300 to 400 guys. You were like, you know what?
Yeah.
Net time.
Because if we don't do the nets, we're going to have to actually pay somebody a separate person to keep cleaning this up. Right now, we can
It's
just make a guy
costing
go
us
out there
more
and do
money.
it.
Yeah. We're gonna put the net over the courtyard,
Yeah.
right beneath the break room that no one's allowed to use ever. Yeah. No, that's a really
Break
great.
room.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if those guys were getting paid fairly, and if the Apple were paying their taxes, iPhones would cost $90 billion.
I also love this like myth of voluntary that like exists for these people. I'm like, none of this is voluntary. Like, the idea that this is voluntary is it's bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying. Look, if I don't wake up and like go have a job and go to work every day and make enough money to like afford my rent and afford to be able to eat and like live and stuff like that, I would die. Like, I would starve. I would become homeless. I would die. I can't go like live off the land or something like this.
No.
Like, there's not like
They won't let you.
I'm not volunteering.
If
I'm
you
not
try
voluntarily like doing this.
if you and your
You know what I mean?
family,
Yeah.
if you and your family were like, you know what, we're selling everything and
Yeah.
we're gonna go live in the woods, they would literally send tanks to come get you. They would send guys in camo and sniper rifles to kill you and your family.
Right.
They would. That's happened.
Yeah.
So it's like
Ruby Ridge.
Yeah. So
Look
it's
up
like,
Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge. That's my stripper name, by the way.
Yeah.
I knew I heard it from somewhere.
Yeah, dude, it's
yeah, and it's just such a naive. What am I trying to say? It's such a naive way of thinking about what capitalism is. If I have I can make something and sell it, and I can make money, and we have this opportunity to like. It's just not how it works for just about anybody.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like the point is that you're stuck.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that you're working, but you're not getting the fruits of the labor. So, whatever. I also disagree with the very first person, though, that capitalism is the greatest evil. There's got to be more evil shit than capitalism.
Yeah.
Right? Capitalism's probably top 20 for sure.
Oh, I'd say top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah, easily I think top 5.
Yeah, like the greatest sins?
The greatest
of
sins,
man?
I feel like that's a different question.
Evil versus sin?
Yeah.
Okay. So the greatest evils.
I feel like evils like
Yeah.
I would say like
Okay, I'm going to name an evil.
War.
Tell me if it's worse or better than capitalism. War.
War is worse than
capitalism.
Yeah.
People who take up more than one parking spot.
that's not as bad.
People who don't put their shopping cart in the little place you're supposed to put it and just leave them,
Nah, that's not as bad.
Okay. Those are the only things I can think of.
I would say war, maybe
murder.
Murder, yeah. I think the reason why I have a hard time saying that murder is worse than capitalism is because murder is encompassing something that individual people are choosing to do to other individual people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's harder.
So capitalism is a systemic
It's a systemic thing.
So you have to compare it to other
and it's a systemic thing that a lot of people are sort of consciously defending and upholding. And also choosing to trick other people into believing in.
And you know what?
Do you know what I mean? And and perpetuating onto each other.
And capitalism fits within so many other evils. Within war,
that's what
capitalism is often a motivating factor in war.
You see what I'm saying? So it kind of is pretty evil.
Capitalism is definitely. I know I said
think
top
it's easily
20
top
earlier.
5.
Top 5 definitely.
It might even be top 3 or maybe
top
even,
3. Yeah,
I think it could be easy to make the case for maybe even for our time, our lifetime, maybe even number 1.
Because I was about to say
our
human
lifetime,
trafficking, but
number
that's
1.
also motivated by money and green shit, capitalism. Wow, yeah.
And and I think that one of the worst things that it does is that it creates a stratification of people where it's it creates competition between people to always have more and to be getting more and gaining more, and there's always going to be somebody that has more than you that you have to strive like catch and to like get more than.
Yeah, it's like
and that inherently, I think,
yeah,
in all walks of life, is negative.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But especially when you put it in the context of something like human trafficking or war or something like that.
What were her other examples of inventions? iPhone, and then like what else did she say? Medicine.
Yeah, life-saving medications.
Life-saving medications.
You could never have it without capitalism. Nobody would want to save lives if there wasn't capitalism.
If you weren't motivated by the money you'd get for inventing medicine, you wouldn't have medicine. And that's why medicine was invented in like 1948.
50. Yeah, nobody ever tried to save anybody before before the World War II.
You just fucking put a bullet in them if they broke their leg or had a weird rash on their skin.
Yeah, this is how people think, dude.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it creates this dynamic, and that's what
Yeah, and there's no way, and I obviously don't know this person, but there's no way this person's life. She is a victim of capitalism. She doesn't think she is, clearly.
Yeah,
but like she
that's what
is
it does
also.
to you,
yeah, that's what it does to you. Yeah, it's like a cult, man.
Yeah.
Jaxson Dart.
Keep playing.
It was the richest country in South America, and then after Chavez's social experiment, it became a bankrupt humanitarian disaster. Same with the USSR, Cuba, and North Korea. And the myth about democratic socialism working in Nordic countries has also been busted. Denmark, Sweden, and Norway are capitalist. In Sweden, now more than half of primary healthcare companies are privately owned. Public high schools are privately owned. Taxes are being slashed. Welfare has dramatically fallen, and they are creating and innovating more than France, Germany, the Netherlands, and Spain combined. Capitalism works everywhere it's tried. America, you are stupid blessed. She leads the planet in life-saving drugs, food abundance, and upward mobility for anybody willing to work. This Chinese immigrant escaped communism and is now a millionaire whose ideal day consists of coffee, supermarkets, and Pilates. So if she really thinks that capitalism is oppressing Americans, I suggest she make her Netflix show free to all and relinquish her home and extra finances for the oppressed. Nobody is stopping her from donating all of her money. This is an insulting conversation. I cannot believe so many people are hating on capitalism that has lifted billions out of poverty. What? It is the best system we've got, and no, democratic socialism does not work. Capitalism plus America's freedoms gave ordinary people a chance. It continues to give ordinary people a chance.
We don't have to watch the end of this. It's almost over.
It's almost over.
Dude, I think the other thing that's hilarious about this, too, is like, she's clearly... I mean, there's nothing backing up anything that everything that she's giving is just anecdotal. Like, there's no...
She didn't provide any evidence for any of her claims.
Yeah, it's all very weak. This Chinese lady, but also 500, hey, we're the most giving country, 590 billion annually. And it's like, hey, why do you think we have to give so much fucking money to charity, lady? Because there's a lot of needy ass people in this fucking country. There's such a fucking gap in disparity.
What did she mean by that?
Yeah.
Is she talking about like food stamps and shit like that? Like,
no. I'm sure she's talking about the amount of money that Americans donate to charity, which is a lot. But the reason why it's because,
right. Okay, I thought she meant like the government does.
Charity is like an industry in this country. Like charity is like a business in and of itself. A lot of that money doesn't actually end up making it to help people, period. But in and of itself, the fact of the matter is just that like this country doesn't do anything to help the poor people in it. Like the people who are worse off.
But capitalism has lifted billions out of poverty.
It doesn't even make any sense. No. And dude, upward mobility by any metric is disappearing in this country. I mean, it's like almost non-existent. I don't know. She's crazy.
I guess you just have to work really hard.
Yeah.
You just have to work really hard forever.
Yeah.
And if you didn't make it, it's because you didn't work hard enough.
Right.
And that's also why people are homeless, because they didn't work hard enough.
They should have worked harder.
That's what those guys believe. Everybody who's homeless is just like, dang, why don't they just work harder? Like, it's that simple. Because it's easier to believe that than to feel,
Like-
actual compassion for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the episode.
You want me to show my feet?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right here?
Yeah,
All
let's take a look.
All right, hang on. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to show them as part of the...
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Right there. There's the thumbnail right there.
Yeah, dude. Excellent.
You're going to get a lot of views on this one,
Yeah.
bud. It said like 600 views from that playlist. It's about to be another fucking 600 from right there.
Ooh, dude. Podcast, Feet Podcast.
Feet
I'll
cast.
submit this to that channel. I'll just send them the video in advance.
Ask to collaborate.
Yeah.
They have millions of views.
I'll send them a collab.
That's pretty good.
That's so funny. Where can people find you on social media?
Tricky Comedy. My name's Ryan Trickey, and my last name is Trickey. So Tricky Comedy.
We'll put a
on
link
social
in the
media.
description.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description so you can, wherever you're listening to this, wherever you're watching this, you can just click the link.
Stand up,
Sketches,
some rap videos that
Some
I
rap
need to take
videos.
down now, actually. I need to.
More feet stuff, though,
Yeah.
probably coming.
Probably
depending
some
on
feet
how
stuff.
much you set it off.
If I get a lot of followers after this video comes out, I'll take the hint.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, time to lean into the feet stuff
Yeah.
a little bit more. And then I'll start talking about capitalism being good.
Brett, you got anything?
I think I'm gonna make the DSM-5 on rice paper so people can just have a
Yeah.
pocket Bible version
There
of it.
you go.
I feel like there's a market for that, right? Especially for that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you follow Brett on Instagram at henchmanstudios.co and check out Brett's website, henchmanstudios.co. That's Brett's website. The links are going to be in the description. You already know that. And follow this podcast at Jakin or at j.o.pod, excuse me, and send anything at all to jakin.off.podcast@gmail.com. I'll look at it at least once. That's a Jakin Off guarantee. That's my promise to you, the listener. If you watch this whole episode on YouTube, you should subscribe. Why wouldn't you subscribe? We do a new episode every single Thursday. So it's like kind of a no-brainer. You clearly liked this. So why wouldn't you like the video and subscribe to the channel? You should do that. We would appreciate
I
it.
have to
Ryan's
pee
about to
pretty
show
bad.
ass,
I have
dude.
to pee.
Ryan's got to go pee. But that's the end of the episode anyways. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Bye-bye.